Driving by my old driveway. Little trip down memory lane right there. Well, hello guys, and welcome back. We're on the road again, me and Wendell. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. So, in the last video of hauling and working the machines, you see me haul 2 machines to the Antigonish area. 1 machine from just outside Halifax to Antigonish, and another one from New Glasgow to Antigonish. Well, now those sites are done. John left yesterday, finished off both those sites. He'll have the second site finished off by the time I get there, he thinks. So we're gonna head to my site that I was on first, pick up the 080, haul it up to Cape Breton, and then John can get fired around and working on that. Brady's on his way up with the chipper and the 350. John's got the 2500. And then I'll turn around and come back to the site that John was on, pick up the 95, and take that to... Yeah, are these roads slippery? Oh yeah, these roads are slippery. I'm spinning like crazy. Holy, holy. Must have just the right condensation on these roads or something. Man, they're slippery. The highway was fine. Alright, well, I'll take a little easy here. So then I'm gonna go to Antigonish, pick up the 95, take it up to the site that I will be working on. I'm really hoping to get these sites up in Cape Breton done before I need to head back this time. I'd like to get them done, head back with 1 machine back to my place, or potentially they're gonna have some more sites for me in northern Nova Scotia. Might drop one off there, and then have to figure out to go up and get the other machine at some time. It's just the way it is right now, guys. It's I'm the only one with the license to do this stuff, so it's a lot on my shoulders to keep things going. It's a lot of driving for this truck and for me. And anyway, ideally I'd have someone sitting in the 550 ready to roll with that truck, but that's just not what's going on. So anyway, we've got another probably 2 hours to get to where I'm going, and then the fun begins. Well, things can change in a hurry, that's for sure. If you guys don't know that yet by watching my videos, and you haven't been paying attention. But anyway, so you heard the plan, what the plan was supposed to be. Well, now there's an issue with the 8-ton. It said charging system error, and then now it's overheating. Yeah. So it's kind of leading me to believe that the batteries might be getting bad. I think those are still the original batteries. The overheating, the coolant levels are good. The overflow is still full. The reservoir is full. The radiator's full. Everything's good there. So it's either the thermostat or the batteries are just not causing things to work properly. So I just told John to shut it down, take the cables off, give it a hard reset, see what happens. If it does it again, it's kind of lead me to believe that it's a battery issue because of the first error, the charging system error. If it didn't do that at all, and it was just overheating, then I'd say it's a thermostat. But it's hard to say, so we'll wait and see what he says here in a little bit. I told him just to shut her off 15-20 minutes and go back at it and let me know how it goes. So John put the new battery in, still doing the same thing. So we're left with really two options. If it just heated up and that was all it did, I'd say thermostat, hands down. It's gotta be. Thermostat's not opening up, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. But since it showed that service charging system error, alternator Battery's fine, brand new, still doing it. Alternator. It's gotta be. Unless the computer showed a wrong code, wrong fault right off the get-go, and actually there wasn't a charging error, and it was just a thermostat. But, man, electronics, wiring, crap. You just never know what you're gonna run into. You just never know. Well, I'm gonna go. I'll be there in a couple minutes. Regardless, I'm hooking up to the gooseneck, the Diamond C. Whether I'm taking this, there's a shop down the road. John's going there right now to see, you know, how busy they are. If they'll come out and look at it, whatever. So either I'm taking that machine down there, or they're coming up there, or I'm going to get the 95 now and taking up to Cape Breton. One of those three things is gonna happen. And there's a wind warning here right now. And it's windy. Well, alright, so there's a diesel shop like right down the road. Buddy came up, did some stuff, and just said, yeah, it's probably the alternator. So he said, not sure we'll have one down there, but I can get one, probably be here sometime tomorrow morning. He said, whatever, do what you gotta do. Anyway, I just got a call because I said, well, I'm gonna go to the next site then, grab that machine, get this machine up, and then come back and get this one when it's fixed or whatever. John just called and said it was the belt, and the belt also runs the water pump, so that's good. They should have a belt in stock. And anyway, so John's gonna stick around, finish that one off. I'm heading to get the machine and take up to one site. And it's a snowstorm now. I know it doesn't go through camera well, but it's snowing hard. And now there's a wind warning and like 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. Man, like I just can't catch a break right now, but it is what it is this time of year. So I really want to pick this machine up and try to get it up there as fast as possible, because I've got a few pretty good climbs going into Cape Breton that are not pretty. All right, get this thing fired up. Man, it is windy and it's cold. This looks so good. Look at this now. Look how opened up that is. Oh yeah, love it. Get this thing fired up. I'll show you guys the anchors. Brr. Oh. All right, she's running. Crank the heat up. Let's go take a look. Oh yeah. Good job, John. Good job, John. Looking good. Okay. We're loaded up and ready to go. See what this drive brings. I hope good weather. I really hope it's not too freaking sketchy. But time will tell. We'll have to see. I got the machine sitting where it likes it. I got a little more tongue weight just because I might run into some snow, who knows. A little more tongue weight would be a good thing. I gotta go across the scales when I get into just before I get into Cape Breton, so we'll see what they're saying. See how their day's going. And then yeah, I'll just see what some of those mountains in Cape Breton brings. We are off, and I can't wait to get off this crappy dirt road here full of potholes. I'm gonna go to the closest site first. So I'm gonna go to the closest site, drop this machine off, and then at least head back to Antigonish and spend the night there, and then grab the machine that's gonna, like, I think they got it fixed already. Grab the machine and then take that one all the way up to Sydney tomorrow morning. So that is the game plan as of right now. I'd like to get both machines moved today, but it's 12:30 right now. And by the time that I get to this site and drop the machine off, I'm looking at least 1:30. And then another hour or so drive back to grab the 080 and then up to Sydney, which is a pretty good drive, probably about another 2.5 hours. Yeah, I don't know if I have that in me today. Man, it is nasty. I'm just here waiting to go through the causeway and the scales, whatever's going on up here. I don't know if the scales are open or closed or what. I've never gone into these scales, so this is making it even more confusing. But man, it is so windy. The water is crashing over the causeway that you can't see right now because of the snow just really picked up. But these guys here holding these signs, getting that wind right straight in the face all day long. That is not pretty. People's shingles are blowing off. All right, I don't even know if I can still get in the scales here. I don't know what's going on. Slow moving vehicles ahead. Geez, like they're, Black and Mac is working in this wind. It looks like I can still get in the scales, I think. I mean, like I assume so. Truck bypass weigh scale. All right. Perfect. Good. All right, let's see if you guys can see this now. Water is crashing up over the causeway out here. It is nasty. Like, a lot of wind is catching me right now because of the excavator, but if I was hauling like a big sea can right now, oh, look at the birds just hovering there. Yeah, I can feel the wind just blowing me to the passenger side. She's vicious. Up here is where it's really crashing over the causeway. Here it comes across in front of us here. Yeah, we're gonna get smacked. Holy. A lot of water on the road now. This is what you sign up for with doing this stuff in December. Birds are just having the time of their life. Alright, well, we're pretty much across the causeway. And now all I see is snow on the roads, and I do not like that. It's getting extremely, extremely nasty right now. If this starts accumulating, it is not going to be pretty at all. Like, I really need some tires on this thing, but even so, you don't want to be hauling, you know, over 30,000 pounds around in a snowstorm. It's just not what you want to be doing. And again, you know, I checked the weather before I leave, everything looks good. And now they're saying, you know, snow squalls, high winds, tomorrow could be 5 to 10 centimeters. So I don't know what to do if I try to get this done today and get the other one moved today and hope that today is better than tomorrow. I got some thinking to do once I get to this first site and drop this first machine off, and hope I don't run into any issues with this first machine. Right now it's not accumulating so far, but it is -1, and it could start anytime. I could get to a spot where it's been snowing for 30 minutes and all of a sudden the roads could be covered, and then you know, I slow down, four-wheel drive, and try to get there. But we're still over 20 kilometers away from this first site. Yeah, man, oh man. I've said it before a million times and I'll say it again. There is nothing like summer in the construction industry. Look what we found. An SY-155. If I was gonna get a big machine, it was gonna be a Sani. That's the machine right there that I would get. That's pretty cool. Now we got a nice sketchy looking bridge to cross here. Oh, made her. Okay, another 2.6 kilometers of this and we'll be there. My truck is so dirty, and I actually I gave it a hose off on the way here in the morning because I had it back to the cottage yesterday and that road is just a disaster. But I guess it didn't really make much sense to do that considering where I am. Step 1 complete. The 95 is on site, ready to go. You got the guy anchors, obviously. Got the access road, obviously. And the communication line is by far the worst part of this job. 1, it's off the road there quite a ways. And 2, then it goes through the woods and there's some pretty big stuff next to it. Some big spruce up there. So John and Brady will have to work together on that section. There's like probably 10 of those spruce trees that we'll have to get Brady to cut and John push over at the same time, and then junk them up and get them out of there. See, you don't want to be messing around with that stuff. We got the machine here, help push them over, and we'll get on out of here. It's probably a 2-dayer, I'd say, hopefully, and then this machine will go up to Sydney to join the 8-ton. I'm really hoping we can get these Cape Breton sites done on this trip. Every day is calling for snow. Every day, this whole week now. Just look at that, how dirty that truck is. So I got the machine fueled up, ready to go for John. So they have to worry about hauling jugs. I don't have a tank on the back of either one of those trucks. I gotta wash my mirrors off because I can't see anything out of these mirrors right now. Look at that, look how bad that is. And I'm gonna put in a new jug of windshield washer fluid because it's gonna be a nasty, sloppy old drive now. First I gotta let Mr. Wendell out for a run. Come on, buddy, let's go for a pee. Alright, well now that I can see in my mirrors a little bit, I'm gonna back down this road here, and there's a road where I can get turned around because I'm definitely not getting turned around in there. Get over on this side here a little bit. I don't imagine I'll see too many people on this road, but it's funny because like there's absolutely nothing coming in here, and then all of a sudden there's a house right before the tower, which is kind of funny. But anyway, I'll get turned around and then head on back to the 080 and see how time's going, see how the weather's going, and what was the game plan from there, I guess. Holy crap, guys, it is nasty here right now. Check this out. Man, this site looks familiar, eh? Holy, holy, holy. So I think I'm gonna get this loaded on, leave the trailer right here, leave the machine chained up, get that done today. And then tomorrow morning, super early, I'm gonna come here and try to get this up to Sydney. Holy crap. Camera does this no justice at all. It is really coming down. Really coming down. Oh. All right, well, we got 2 new belts on the machine. The second belt looked kind of crappy, so we just replaced both. We got 2 new belts. Right off the alternator. Get it done and over with. I don't need to have any more issues. Okay, well, in the midst of this snow squall, let's get this thing loaded on. I'm freezing, man. I'm not ready for this. I haven't had time to prepare for winter at all. It's pretty sad to say, but I'm not. Whew. Happy to be done that and over there. It's just one after another. It's funny because a big snow squall will come through, and then it's sunny, and then another one will come through. Anyway, done. Loaded up, ready to go for the morning. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the hotel. The geese are getting out of here. I don't know if you guys can see those, but they're up there. They're saying, adios, I had enough of this. I'm gonna go fill up the truck, fill up the slip tank, go get some groceries for tonight and tomorrow. I forgot a dish for Wendell, so I gotta get a dish for Wendell. Man, I'm sliding everywhere. And and then head to the hotel. I'm gonna try to find a different hotel than what I was in last time. I'd like a little more room tonight. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'd like to have a little bit of a nicer spot for me and the big man. All right, well, loaded up, ready to go. We got a little bit of fresh snow down last night, so things are kind of a mess. But we're buttoned up. We're ready to head on out of here. Fill up my logbook. See what this brings. See what this drive brings. There's a few spots that could be pretty darn sketchy, that's for sure. Kelly's Mountain is the one I'm fearing the most. But hopefully it's all clear. We're good to go. Man, this trip is not going very good so far, guys. So I just checked my brakes and I had no brakes. I put more fluid in, pump ran, then I could hear it run dry. Well, you can see I got a major brake line leak here somewhere. Everything's covered in friggin' crap. I'm gonna try to get underneath there and see if I can see what the heck's going on. This is not going good. I don't have time for this, to be honest. Man, oh man, oh man. Never fails. Man. Well, brake line is completely shattered. Like it's broke. It's broke right in half. So I'm not going anywhere until that's fixed. The shop is right down the road. They fixed my excavator yesterday, so hopefully they can fix this brake line. But I am going absolutely nowhere until I get that brake line fixed. Get up super early in the morning, get geared around. Came here yesterday, got everything loaded up, ready to go. Trying to get an early start, get up to Sydney, and boom. Something must have flew up and hit it. It's all that I can think. Man, I didn't need this right now. I really do not need this right now. I'm in such a crunch to get stuff done. Alright, well, I guess head down below and wait for them to show up and see what they can do with it. Alright, well, it's now 10 o'clock basically. What is that? Almost 4 hours. More than 4 hours. What am I talking about? 4:30. 5 hours after I've been at that site up there. Here's the culprit, and it looks like it's just rubbing on the like the body, the frame of the trailer, causing it to just get worse and worse and worse. So they went to a bunch of different places in town, and we tried to replicate this, and they couldn't. They didn't have, nowhere had this style of fittings. And I mean, I need to get on the road, I need to get going. So we just blocked it off, and we bled the lines. So I've now got 3 drums working, which is not as good as 4, but it's a lot better than none. So Now we're off to Sydney, and we'll see how this all takes place and how this goes. I'm gonna see how far of a drive we have here. I'm gonna guess it's between 2 and 2.5 hours, I would say. Yeah, 2 hours and 9 minutes to site on a good day. I hope it's a good day. I hope it's a good weather, because I've had enough hiccups, but this isn't really good. We haven't even made it to the causeway yet, and we're already running into a crap load of snow. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's keep trying, pull over. I'm gonna keep going for a bit. I guess we'll just see how bad it gets. Once the weather gets like this is when you really want a really good exhaust brake, so you don't need to be on your brakes. I know I said it before, but it's true. Like, it really is. It's true. It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to find aftermarket possibilities for these trucks, because yeah, they work. And it's funny, the guys in the Ford forums, they'll say, oh, mine works great. Okay, well, what are you towing? Your side-by-side? You know, 10,000 pounds, 12,000 pounds, whatever. Try towing 30. Tell me how good it works then. Anyway, it looks pretty nasty. I don't see any end in sight here right now, so drive for a little bit and then I'll have to make a decision on exactly what I'm gonna do. Well, here we are going across the causeway again, and it's definitely not as windy as yesterday, but it's not exactly the nicest day in the world. There's a big barge in here yesterday that's not there anymore. It's still windy, it's still rough out there. Just not as bad as yesterday. Well, we're about to actually arrive to Cape Breton. We've got another hour and 40 minutes to go on a good day. Sometimes I wonder, is this all worth it? You know, is it? It's nasty. Whiteout conditions, can't see anything. You know, like, I can tell that it hasn't been snowing here that long, because as hard as it's snowing right now, there's not a ton of snow down. So, like, that tells me that if my brakes wouldn't have messed up on my trailer, I would have avoided all this crap. I would have been through here and gone before any of this happened. But that's not the case that we're dealt with right now. We're dealt with a mess. Trust me, guys, it's a lot different when you're hauling a bunch of weight behind you compared to you just driving with your truck. If this was just me and my truck, whatever. It is what it is. I've dealt with this my whole life. When you've got this much weight behind you, that is a complete different story. You need to see your hills that are coming. You got to accelerate up your hills, but you can't go too fast down the hills in case you got to use your brakes. This is making me second guess what I'm doing right now. Big time. 45 minutes. I was coming around, well, first off, when I was going into Port Hawkesbury, I tried to come to a stop right when you need to turn left, just outside of Port Hawkesbury, and then come up and you get onto the highway here. And this car, like, completely stopped right in front of me, and I definitely couldn't stop, so I had to turn right instead of stopping, and I had to go down over this hill and into these houses, this little subdivision, whatever you want to call it. And then I had a hard time getting out of there and getting back onto the main road in Port Hawkesbury. So then I came back up to the stop sign, nice and slow, and it turned green, perfect, right on. made my left-hand turn, and there's a car sitting in the left-hand lane, and I needed to use the whole road. It was there sitting, spinning. So I had to turn right to try to get around that, and then of course it yanked me off the road, and there I was, sitting alongside the road. So there I was, sitting alongside the road, no way to do anything. I could back up, but I couldn't go forward, and the roads were still covered, and starting in on a hill I knew it wasn't gonna happen. So I just waited for the weather to pass, and every time it looked like it was gonna be good, then another snow squall would blow through. And because I didn't want to stop traffic, but I was off the road all the way, so I wasn't stopping traffic. And then after a while, the snowplow operator, he noticed what was going on, and he said, "Can you back up?" And I said, "Yeah." So he plowed behind me, he salted, he sat in the middle of the road, I backed up, pulled out. So thank you, buddy. And in the meantime, a guy pulled up in a beautiful 2020 or 2021 F450 King Ranch. And no, it wasn't even Kalen. And he asked me if I was all right. And I said, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna be all right once this guy plows the road. He said, well, if not, let me know. I'll come back. I'd go up the road and I'll come back. And I said, I do have some chains. So anyway, I'm back on the road again. And I see blue skies in the distance, so I'm hoping that snow squall blew through sideways and not through to where I'm going, because if it blew through to where I'm going, I'm not getting through that. You know, some of these hills up here are bad. That was bad enough getting stuck back there, but I don't want to get stuck on a hill, jackknife sideways or something. So if the weather does not improve and the roads are just as bad or worse, I'm gonna have to just find somewhere and just pull off, and that's gonna have to be it for the day, or you know, for a few hours anyway, and just see what happens with the weather, because this is certainly not ideal, I can tell you that. And it looked good there for a while, guys, and now this is what I'm into, and I can't stress how nasty this is, because one, I can't see. Two, there are loads of turns and hills. If you know Cape Breton at all, that's all there is. I'm just putting along here. I got it in third gear. I can't even dream about going any faster than that. It was looking good. Like I'm, well, 33 minutes on a good day again from where I need to be, and all of a sudden, wham, I just got blasted by this. Not ideal. I just let like 5 vehicles pass me that were behind me. Because if I start sliding down a hill or something, or can't make it up a hill, I don't need people stuck behind me. They got things to do too. Like, it's whiteout. I can't see anything. If you guys say you need some better tires on that, yeah, I know. I tried. I can't get them. I literally cannot get tires right now for this truck. I've been trying for a month and a half. No tires to be found. Alright guys, I made it, and I am legitimately surprised that I made it here. Look at this. Like, I'm surprised I made it. I did not think there's any way I was gonna get here. I've got to go in there, and if I didn't have all that weight on the deck, I'd probably try to come in and swing it nice and wide, swing it in. Four-wheel drive doesn't work all that good. Tight turns. I'm heading in there. So what I'm gonna do is unload right here, get off the road, and then I'm actually gonna probably leave this trailer at the hotel. So first things first, get this thing unloaded and get it out of the road. All right, well, we have arrived on site. It's been a pretty boring day for Wendell sitting inside the truck. All right, so I'm heading out of here for the day. It's about 5:15 right now. It's dark. Hey, buddy. So I'm gonna go check out, there's 2 sites left to do after this one. So I'm gonna go check out one of them. I know one, I know what it is. You know, I don't gotta go check that out. The other one I'm gonna go check out just because it makes me decide which one I'm hauling the machine to next. The next one is, the one I'm going to look at is the smallest one, but I just don't know if it's the kind of thing where I can get it done in a day or, you know, whatever. So I want to check that one out and then plan everything around that. So John's going to come here in the morning, John and Brady. I'm going to go get the 95 and take to one of those sites. So probably not footage of me actually mulching on this in this video, but there'll be lots of that coming in the videos that I make working on the house. This is more of just running around in snowstorms, keeping everything flowing as usual. Well, the company's represented well here at the hotel. We've got the 350 and the chipper. Looking good. And we got the 2500. Looking okay, I guess. Alright, coffee time. And then come on back and hook up to that bad boy and see what today brings. Well, I definitely made the right call by waiting to come and get this thing today, because that was a very, very good drive. I will tell you that right now. But let's get this thing fired up, get loaded on the trailer, and get out of here, man.
Home, like electric fireplaces, sofas, accent pieces, or power recliners.
Lights on this thing are awesome. All right, crank the heat. Let's get her. So one thing I'll point out to the guys hauling heavy, or you know, just getting into the game or whatever, you know, this has the 10 speed, so I'm doing, you know, 50 miles per hour, 50 to 55 miles per hour right now pretty much the whole time, maybe touching 60. No, like, yeah, so 50 to 55. I just lock 9 and 10th gear out, so I always run 8th gear as my bottom gear, and that just helps for, you know, climbs. It's not bogging down in 9th or 10th and then slamming down into gear, or you know, same thing for going down hills. It's always, the RPMs are always up, and it just works so much better that way. All right, so it's been a long day. I got my site done, John has his site done. So now what I'm going to do, I just got 3 more sites approved. So now I'm not going home tomorrow. I'm going to take the 080 in the morning to a site in Pictou, and then I've got 2 more sites to do up by Pugwash and Oxford. So that's where the 95 is gonna go. So more shuffling around, more work. Probably get home Sunday or Monday, I'm thinking now. But I wanna get these done before the weather is even worse than what it is now, and we can't do them anymore. And then I'm going to relax, well, not relax, but you know, I'm not gonna be on the road until after Christmas. After the new year, hopefully. So loading up the 080, going back to the hotel, and tomorrow morning heading to Pictou. But that's gonna do it for this video because it's getting extremely long. So we'll probably make another video, possibly, of the rest of the work that's getting done. I'll try to get some footage of me actually working, running the machines on the next video. But for this one, that's it. So we had some breakdowns, we got stuck, we had some bad weather. It was an interesting trip, to say the least, over here in Cape Breton. But I got lots more driving yet to do to get off this island, 2 machines off this island. Just another day. Bye guys, until next time, take care, stay safe, and we will see you then. Bye.